Good morning, everybody. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Just going to take a sip of my eggnog. I guess if you watch my channel, you can track the different seasons by the different drinks that I drink. Okay, so I'm going to continue working on my fall journal. I have to close the curtain a little bit. I got the sun coming right in my eyes. It's in the morning in my craft room, and the sun likes to beam right in my window here. I'm not complaining. I'm very happy to have two windows in my craft room where I can get some light. So I think the next video I do after this one is probably going to be, yeah, maybe I'll wait. For today, we're going to continue putting pages in the book, covering pages, I should say. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and start working, and I'm going to use one of these for a glue book. So I'm just going to trim this up. It's a nice fall image. I did go ahead and I went through a couple of fall magazines, and I got some words and I got some images. Let's see, that looks crooked. Hope you can see what I'm doing over here. Sorry. Okay. That looks pretty good. I think I'll just trim that up just a little bit more. Oops. Gotta catch the edge. Nope, that is not straight. Okay, there's that. I guess I'm going to be cutting wonky today. I don't know what's going on. So I would like to touch on the subscriber giveaway. I decided, after looking at Instagram, that there were a lot of people that made comments on Instagram about which journal they liked. But the whole thing was you needed to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe in order to be entered into the giveaway. So what I decided to do was keep it open for one more week. So I'm going to be choosing a winner this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to give some of those people a chance to come over and subscribe if they wanted to be included in the giveaway. And it looks like, people are subscribing, so that's great. I did put together a list, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll add any new people that came on board since I made that list, and then I will be able to choose. I just thought it might be more fair to them. I mean, they made the effort to comment on Instagram, but I just don't think they realized that they need to subscribe to the channel, and I listed my YouTube channel so that they could go ahead and do that. Okay, so this looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down. If I can find my glue stick. For some reason, I put it in the drawer, which I never do that. But anyways, I hope everybody's having a good day. My husband and I had our Thanksgiving with our grown children, their spouses, and their children, our grandchildren, on Sunday, and it was a blast. We had so much fun with the kids. Might have to stand up for this. I'm just going to cover up this poem, but I love the leaves, so I'm going to leave the leaves. Yeah. There we go. Oh, and I like the numbers there, so I'm going to leave that. Okay, so I need to get my burnisher out. Burnish it down, spread that glue out. Make sure it adheres well. There, and I just like the little leaves around the edges. I'll lift that up so you can see it. Okay, I'm going to try to keep my book in the right place today. I have a tendency to drift over to the left. I have no idea why. So this dried nicely, and that looks cute. So we'll go ahead and go round the corners on this one. Let's see if I can do it like that. Yep. And do this one. This corner rounder is very temperamental. Sometimes it likes to work and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see how it works today. So we'll go ahead and trying to think. I think I just make that into a pocket. Oh, here comes Louie. Louie, you need to get off of my desk. What are you doing? You want to come up? Go up in the sun. Go ahead. Louie, you need to get off of my desk. Go. Go, go, go. Go. No, you can't sit here. Up. Get up there. Get up there. Up. Get up there. Come on. Sorry, everybody. That's Louie. I did say that I was going to show you a picture of Louie. Here he is. He's a brat. And he's always causing trouble. But I love him. So he's going to sit there in the window. And I hope he's going to behave because he can tend to be a brat. So let me get my scissors. This one I should be able to follow the line so I'm not having to hack the image up so much. I'm just going to follow the edge of the image. Trim it up. It's a beautiful fall image. Louie is rubbing his face along my shelf. I don't know what he's doing. I guess cats like to mark everything with their scent. I don't know why. He's an only cat, so it's not like he's marking his territory for other kitties, because he's not. But whatever. As long as he stays out of my way. Let's see. What do we want to do with this? We could make this a belly band. I'm trying to think if I have... Oh, yeah. I knew I had more paper. I have this big paper pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find something that will work with that. That's fine, actually. Let me see what other colors I have in here. Oh, boy. I got big images. I have a lot of different colors. Oh, that's good. I like this because it contrasts with the yellow. I don't want orange on yellow. I think that's too much. Okay, here we go. This is from a paper pack, and it's kind of iridescent, but I don't think you can see that. Oh, yeah. That's going to look great on there. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. If I can find my glue stick. So we're not really having anything going on Thanksgiving Day. We're just going to watch the game. I invited my brother over. And if he doesn't have any other plans, he's welcome to come and watch the game with us. But we've already had our Thanksgiving, so the pressure is off. Our kids and their children, our grandchildren, they go to the in-laws on Thanksgiving, which is fine. We don't want to do a big Thanksgiving anymore. We've done that for years and we're done. We just had like a buffet and kind of everybody helped themselves kind of deal, which is great. Okay, so, oh, I love that color. What did I do with my burnisher? I've already lost it. Here it is. So we want to make sure we press that down because this is just a glue stick. I'm just wondering if those corners... All right. Oh, I got to tell you, I found out what the problem was with my art glitter glue. Well, my art glitter glue, I had mentioned before, and I don't think people believe me, but it's true, that art glitter glue, you need to buy it in the warm weather, because if you buy it in the cold weather, it has a chance of separating because of the cold temperature. Well, it looks like I had just ordered that not too long ago. My bottle must have gotten cold either in a warehouse or in a truck because my art glitter glue separated. So I wanted to complain to the company. Well, I went onto their website, and guess what? They have a disclaimer on their website that says, due to temperature fluctuations, there's a possibility that your art glitter glue can separate, and that if you buy it from us, you just by purchasing it from them, I guess you agree, without really knowing it, you've agreed that you will not hold them responsible if that happens. Well, guess what? It has happened to me, and there's nothing I can do about it, which I'm not happy about. So every time I use it now, I'm going to have to shake it. I will use it because I paid good money for that. I'm not going to waste it. But, I mean, that's ridiculous. But I did go ahead and I purchased, excuse my reach, 3 more little bottles of art glitter glue. Because I like working with this size. It's just easier. The big bottles are hard to squeeze, but these little ones are fine. And if you use a fine tip like this, you use a lot less glue. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to use that big one that I had, probably just as a refill. And when I do use it, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to shake it every time. You're going to have to, you know, get it to blend back together again. Which is unfortunate because it's like the best glue ever. But I don't know what's going to happen to it if it separates. I don't know if it's going to be as strong as it was before. Now, I'll keep that piece to frame out a word. I don't throw those away. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to make this into a belly band. This is just a beautiful fall image. I don't mind if you see a little of the edge. That's fine. And because this is a curved, this paper is curved a little bit, you have to hold it down. That art glitter glue spread a little bit. But if you hold it down just for a minute or so, it will take, and let me get a dry rag, which is just a tissue. And if you push it along the edge, it picks up the glue that seeps out. And your picture won't stick on the other page, which is great. So that's good. That's not sticky at all. You know, that'll take a minute or two, but there's a nice belly band right there. And I will go ahead. Now, I just noticed, I'm looking at the book here. I'm going to turn it. I noticed at the top of my paper here there's an extra bit of paper there. Don't know why, but it's okay. What is under here? Oh, excuse me, that's my cover for my glue. All right. So we'll keep moving on here. What do we got next? This. Now, I might go ahead. Do I want to frame that out? We'll trim it. That's beautiful. Let's see if I can find another piece of paper. This one might be nice. This one might be easier to cut since it has lines. So if I turn it this way, line up the lines, and then cut it, it should be fine. So I'm following the line, which is so much easier. Okay, and then I just have to see how much I want to trim. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is my book, and I'm okay when things aren't perfect. It's okay. Let's see. This we can trim up just a little bit. So I'm going to follow this line here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So we'll save this paper for later. I have a little stool next to me, so I'm going to go ahead and... All right. Let me move a few things out of the way. This, I'll just go ahead and I'll glue this down, and then I'll glue it on. Maybe I should make it into a pocket. Let me look at it. I think I just like it as an image. Everything doesn't have to be a belly band or a pocket, but it's nice when you can. I don't think this one's wide enough for a pocket, so whatever you would be putting in there would be really skinny. So I'm going to work on this covering things today as long as I can. And when I did set another timer, so that's going to interrupt us, and I apologize. But I don't have a clock in here. I'm going to have to get one, because I need to be able to look up every once in a while and see what time it is, because I just keep going. When I'm crafting, I get into a mode and I'm not thinking about anything else. Okay. I get into like a zone. I do the same thing when I'm gardening. When my daughter was in high school, I'd come home. I worked at the same high school that she went to. I'd come home early before her because she'd have something after school. And I would come home and start gardening, and I was supposed to go back and pick her up. And I would get into gardening so much that I would completely forget about her. She'd end up walking home, which was only like 15 minutes away. Excuse me. She'd come into the backyard and go, "Mom, you forgot me again." I'd be like, "Oops, sorry." All right, so I think I'll use a little bit of this art glitter glue. Comes out so thin with this fine little tip. It's great because, you know, I used way too much glue to begin with. So this is going to help train me to not use so much glue, because glue is not cheap. Okay. Let's see if I can. I'll just put that relatively in the middle. Isn't that pretty? You can press it down with a cloth just to get it in place, and then, where is it? Here it is. And then you can burnish it, because there's art glitter glue under there that you have to spread it out. See, here's some coming out of the top. Just wipe it off if you see it come out. If you spread it over, that makes sure that all of the corners are tucked down. There we go. That looks great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to round the corner here. So my cat Louie is just sitting there looking at me. He's a big boy. I don't know if you saw him in the camera, but he is a big boy. Not sure how much he weighs now, but he's got to be close to 20 pounds. He's a big one. He likes to eat. We've actually cut out one of his meals in the middle of the day. I was feeding him 3 times a day, only supposed to be feeding him 2. All right, so here we go with this. So when I get to the point where I have to stop, if I still have a lot left to go, we'll just do another video afterwards. Okay, here's another beautiful image. I think I'll cut that because there's like a dent in the paper. Of course I didn't get that straight, so I'm going to follow the edge of the image again. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I just love this. It's a leaf floating down a stream. Isn't that pretty? So I went ahead and I finished the pockets in those 2 journals. The sunflower journal and the flower journal for the giveaway. So those are all set to go. I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up some, oh, there goes Kitty. I picked up some clips that I had forgotten. So I have everything in the giveaway now that I want to give away. Okay. All right, so that's really pretty. I wonder if I want to put this up here and then maybe put a side pocket. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and, excuse me, I'm going to put my needle in there. Where's my glue stick? That's weird. Did I drop my glue? Oh, I dropped it in the barrel. There we go. And so it begins. I'm always dropping everything. Okay, I didn't even know I did that. I mean, I have more glue sticks, obviously, but I don't have to keep jumping up to get things. All right, so let's see. Put this in. Oh, we're going to do this at the top. We're going to push it down with a dry cloth. See that there's like glue on top. That's so pretty. And now I will put kind of a corner tuck. Let's see what I got here. Oh, this is pretty. That might be nice as a corner. Let's see. I don't want it to be that severe. That's too much of a angle. So I'm thinking we're going to go over here. Geez, that would be good for another. We can use that for a different one. Excuse me, I have glue and napkin sticking all over me. But this one, I thought maybe we could. And again, I will keep that to trim out a word. That looks good. And I don't mind if you can see, I think I'll trim a little bit of this off. Because I like that you can see all the way around. And then that's a good little place to tuck. I think I might make that a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. There's plenty of room now to tuck something in. Okay, so with a side tuck, well, it's not a side tuck, it's a corner tuck. So for a corner tuck, you just need to add glue here. Let's spread that over a little bit. It's a lot of glue right there. And just go to the corner, all the way across the bottom. And then I want to be able to see some of the paper. I like that. Just hold that for a minute, press it down with a cloth, pick up that extra glue that's seeping out. But if it comes out the edge, then you know that you've got it right where you want it. There. And I can come back later. When we go to decorate, I can add something here. I like the way that looks. A little bit of, yeah, okay, that looks good. Let's trim the corner. I love the corners trimmed. I don't know why, but I just love it. I think it looks good. All right, what are we going to do here? This is a nice image. Maybe we'll turn that into a side tuck. Okay. I need to mark that. This bottom seems fine. The top will go across there. Okay. Let's see. The other thing I could do is, because I like to see the paper, maybe I'll just trim that a little bit. So I hope everybody's going to have a nice Thanksgiving. I'm just glad that all my work is done. We had a delicious meal. I ended up buying a boneless turkey breast that you just bake it in the oven. And it's in a oven-safe roasting bag. And it came out so moist and tender, and it was easy to do. I only had to cook it for an hour and a half. It was great. All right, so on a side tuck, you need to do the top, the side, and the bottom. Okay. So the top, the side, and the bottom. And I use so much less glue when I use that thin tip. I have some other thin tips, and I wanted to put them on the big bottles, but you have to have the right top for it, and I don't. I'm not sure how you would do that, but you can order the right top when you order the art glitter glue. They have the little tips that you can order from them, and the right cover that they can screw onto. But these ones that I have here, these are frosting tips, and you can't screw the skinny little tip on it like you can with this one. I'm sorry, there's so much glue on the top of this. This is a plastic topper, and this little tip is metal, and it has, you know, what do they call it? Threads inside. And you just put it on top there, excuse me, and you screw it on with a pair of pliers, and it's not coming off. And it's so thin, the glue comes out fine, and you save a lot of glue. So maybe that will help me. Let's hope it does. And then I have this little pin that I put through a knitting needle top. And then these are stainless steel pins. Supposedly they don't rust, so we'll see about that. All right, so we have a side tuck here. You just tuck something in there. This, oof, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm wondering if I don't know where that just came from now. Uh-oh. Well, I'll find it later. So I want to cover this. So let me see if I have anything off to the side here. The problem is if it's not oriented in the right direction. I might just put something like that on there. We'll just go ahead and try to trim as close to that line as I can. I'm using it as a guide because, let's see, how big do we want that? I might end up having to chop that off anyways. I probably am, so why don't I just go ahead and start that right now? I can tell just by looking at it that I'm going to have to. Okay. Yep, we're going to have to trim the edge of that a little bit, which is fine. I might cover this with some kind of an image anyways, but I'm just trying to cover up the fact that that's upside down. I have no idea why. Okay. Yeah, my last two books, the music paper on both of the books was upside down. Don't know why. Actually, I think I might trim this whole thing off. And that way, I don't mind if you see some of that paper. That's perfectly fine with me. And then I'm going to trim that just a little bit more. And I think we're going to be good with this. Yeah, so we'll probably definitely be doing one more of these sessions where I'm trimming and pasting down pages. But that's what you have to do when you make a journal. Okay, so I don't mind that you can see all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of that. I don't need it. this. And then we'll just go ahead and some more. Go ahead and glue. Where are you? Glue stick. So I've been watching my little granddaughter Gemma, and we've been watching little Christmas shows. I usually don't until December, but why not? Our Thanksgiving is over, so now I'm going to be in Christmas mode. This weekend I want to get out in the yard and finish cleaning up a little bit before we start decorating for Christmas. Okay, so that goes there. I think what I'm going to have to do is take this off. I'm going to put a little bit of art glitter glue around the edges on this. This is from a magazine, no, a book. So it's a little thicker than magazine. Magazine will lay down really flat because it's so thin, but this is a little thicker and I feel like it might come up. So let's just add a little bit of extra. Oh no, what did I do? I put it on the wrong side. Well, guess what? It's going down anyways. I don't care. I'll probably find something to cover this with anyways. It's just to cover that upside down page. Well, that stinks because I actually liked what was on the other page, but it doesn't matter. This is what happens when you're talking and crafting. Well, so I have that art glitter glue on the edges, so that's not going to go anywhere. That's great. Just got to make sure it grabs in this little crack right here. I will definitely find a fall image or something to go there. It's not a big deal. I'll just keep moving. No, this side has to be covered too. What am I going to do? The problem is I don't have any big pages left. Oh, here we go. We can do the same thing like we did before. And I'm just gonna, I'll keep the name of the flower there. I don't want to hack into that. Oops, excuse me. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that line as my straight edge. See how long it needs to be. I'm going to keep that in case I come across another one of these. Let's see. I do like to see the, let's cut some of the, we'll cut this off the top. I don't want to see this. There's some paint splatters on here and it doesn't look good, so I'm going to go all the way to the top with that. And I'll trim off this bottom. Yeah, I thought I would have been able to get all of this done before I came back on again, but I've been so busy that I really haven't had time. So I figured, well, might as well just go ahead and do it together. And then this is also a way for you to see the whole process of what you have to do. I mean, not all journals are made this way. This is the way I make them, but some people, you know, a lot of people use digital, so they don't have to do all the work that I do. They, you know, they print them out double-sided and then they're ready to go. All they have to do is trim them up and put them in, but this is just the way I like to do it, so everybody's different. And then we're going to go ahead, make sure we have the right side, and just go ahead and get just a little bit, tiny little bit of art glitter glue. I love that I can use this and use the glue way more sparingly than I have been in the past. I've been using way too much glue. Okay, so I'm going to stand up for this, put this down. We want to make sure we cover that because that did not look good. There we go. So that's just covered up because I didn't like it being upside down like that. So we have that art glitter glue in there, and that will catch the edges really nicely, and then the glue stick on top of it. So that's not going to go anywhere. So there's a short page. This is just one of these. I'll bring this over a little bit more. This is tracing paper that I tea dyed, and it just has this wonderful crackling sound. This is pretty, but I don't like the white behind it. No, for some reason I don't have big pieces of colored paper out. Oh, look what I just found. Did not even know I had. Oh, I'm going to have to look through this now. This is a folder of magazine images that I cut out. And I placed things in here. Oh, this is an apple, old-fashioned apple recipes that I got when my husband and I went up to Stockbridge and Lenox this fall. And I'm going to put this in the front pocket. It's a recipe book, so I don't want to cut it up. And I also made a photocopy, so in case I want to use it that way. Yep, look. Maybe that way I don't have to even put that book in there. I'll just put it with my recipes. This is also, look at this. It says Comstock Bridge in Montgomery. Isn't that beautiful? So that's going to go in there because I love covered bridges. So those will go somewhere. Not sure where. Let's see what else we have in here. Here's some nice borders. These are tags. This is just regular paper, but you could glue it onto cardstock, and that would be nice. This one says autumn. Isn't that pretty? I'm wondering if, I think that's all that's in there. I'm wondering if I could put that on there, and yes, I can. I like that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to have a little bit of my eggnog. Oh, excuse me, I'm making all kinds of noise. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get my pencil out. Let's see, if you move it down, then you can see where you want to put your mark. And then, let's see, if we move it over, you can do the same thing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think, oh, excuse me, I'm going to break out my paper cutter for this. Where's my mark? Oh, there it is. Okay. This has a light on it, and it's really helpful to see what you're doing. And there is this little bridge right here that you can use, and this is a squared off piece of paper, so it should be fine. I'm going to move this out of my way. All right, let's see. So there's my mark. I'll just make sure it's straight. I like to start at the top and go down. And now I can reuse that for something. I'll just put that in my basket over there where I put my extra things. And now let's see, we have a mark here, right here. I think I'll turn this, should I turn it around? No, that won't work. I just hope it should be straight. We're going to use that mark. Keep that. And hopefully, oops, excuse me, I'm making all kinds of noise here. And that will look really nice. And I don't care if you see a little bit of the white. That's great. All right, so I'm going to move that over. I'm keeping my art glitter glue on the side because I don't think that you can put the pin in it and then tip it upside down. I haven't tried that yet. That would be, I guess we'll be experimenting. These little pins are hard to get in the hole. Oh, yeah. If you use your finger and guide it in. There we go. Let me try it. I don't know if it works or not. Not sure how that works. I'm afraid that the pin is going to get loaded with glue. So anyways, let's just go ahead and glue this on. And this is just regular paper, so paper to paper should be fine. That's cardstock, but I think it'll be okay. Just lots of glue on here. Okay, so what I think I'll do is, I think it's going to be okay. A little dot of glue in the corner and on the edge. That's all you really need, I think. Maybe that does work. It'd be nice if something worked. All right, let's put this on. Just stand up for this because I can't see that edge. It's off a little bit, so let's pull it up. I think we can pull it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. It's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Where's my burnisher? Oh, way over here. Not where it's supposed to be. Okay, so that looks good. I thought I had an image. I do. I have an image right here that I want to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the edge of the image to trim it. I don't want any of that white to show, so. Excuse me. Well, my allergies have finally subsided. I guess it's because we've had a frost a few mornings in a row. And it was starting to get cold, but you really need that frost to kill the spores. So let's see. That's beautiful. Look at it, says autumn right there. I just love that. Okay. Let's put that away. We'll move that over here. Let's move you over. And let's glue. Yeah, so this is the time-consuming part of making a journal, is making the covers not bad, putting in the pages, that's pretty quick. It's covering the pages with images and then deciding where you want pockets and belly bands. Let's see, we'll try this again. Just a dot. Excuse me, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I hope I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to put this right like that. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. The tissue is sticking on my fingers. There we go. So I'm excited that I almost have 100 subscribers. Funny thing is I started doing the first subscriber giveaway was for 25. And then I was going to do 50, and then I was going to do 75 and 100. So I was going to have 4. But I skipped over from 25 to like 100. So I missed the 50 in the middle. And the 75. We skipped over that, which is great. So I'm going to be choosing a winner on Friday. The first winner of my subscriber giveaway for the first one, she got her package and she loved it. She was very pleased with it. And she said she was excited about working on her journal to decorate it. I mean, all the work has been done for you. All you have to do is the fun part, is the decorating. So I hope whoever gets my next one likes it as much as my first winner. Okay, so there's that. That looks great. All right, let's see what's next. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round the corners because this is the middle of the signature. And I just think that that will look nice. And this is thicker, so it should work. Does it work? Let's see. Yep, it worked. Not great, but it worked. Strange. I don't like that one at all. Okay, it looks like we need to cover that with something. This, oh, we're going to have to cover that hole. Thinking what I might do for this is cover both sides with this and then put an image on top of that. That's what I'll do there. But what's going on here? I don't have anything there. I don't really want to put the images sideways like that. Let's see what we have. Let's see if I have any more paper that I could use. What I might have to do is go over here and grab something. Excuse me for just a minute. I'm going to have to grab some paper. Okay. That might be nice. I like that color. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let's see. Wow, I think I'm just going to trim that off and see where we are with that. That's a good piece. I will save that, put that in my basket. Here we go. Look at that. That looks good. Let's see. If I just mark it here. Let's see what I'm doing. And then yeah, I think I'm good there. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll use my paper cutter. I would like to get a new one of these. I might ask my husband. This is not straight, so it might come out crooked. I might ask my husband to get me one for Christmas, a new one. I mean, it still works, but it's broken there, and I don't know. I guess I can live with it for a while longer. I've had it for 20 years. That's how long I've had this. I'll just put it next to me on this little stool. Yeah, so you're going to see a little bit. Let me see what's on the other side. Let's see. I feel like this needs to be trimmed just a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's see where we are. I don't mind if you see a little bit of white. Actually, might as well, if we're gonna see any white, we might as well have it even all the way around the edges. Okay, so I feel like this side's a little crooked. There we go. Now, where are we now? That looks good. Okay, so this is cardstock to cardstock, so we're definitely going to be using art glitter glue. Let's go here. But I'm so excited that I'm using so much less glue. Makes me very happy. Because I want my glue to last as long as I can, obviously. But I go through a lot of glue. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that down. It's not perfect, but it's fine. It's doing its job. And if I ever find my vintage photo, I feel like, I wonder if I could trim this just a teeny bit. If I ever find my vintage photo stamp pad, ink pad, I'll go around the edges, trim it up. And then you won't notice it as much. It'll just be, it kind of helps it blend in a little bit. Yeah, so that doesn't look so hot. I think I'm gonna just trim it up a little bit, just so it's not as noticeable. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, was I gonna put something on there? I don't think I even had anything to do that. I might just wait on that until I find something that I like that goes there. All right, so let's move on to this. I'm hoping to get through this first signature in this video and then the second signature in the next video. And after that, we'll be decorating. My kitty's doing something over here. What are you doing over there? Louie, leave my things alone. Go in the other room and lay down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this. And I don't mind if you see a little bit of that. I like that old paper. Okay. All right, that's good there. Let's just... I'm not going to bother pulling out the... We'll just use the line that's there. And I will definitely use that. Keep those scraps. All right, so, and I don't care if you see a little bit of writing there or whatever, it's fine. This is cardstock on this weird old paper, so I'm gonna definitely go ahead and, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think the tip of this isn't one of the ones that I cleaned out the other day. I cleaned all my big bottles and now I'm not using them. It's this small one needs to be cleaned out. I want to make sure I get the edge and extra on the corners. And then this one we'll just go ahead and, that looks good. And we will burnish this down. Make sure all that art glitter glue gets spread across the paper. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. I love the plaid. I've never really used plaid before. That's a pretty image. Thing is, it's going the wrong way. So I kind of feel like this was meant, yeah, for that. And this is meant for this, to do a belly band, which is what I'll do. And then this one, we can go ahead and cover it with that. So that's good. So let's see. Are we almost at the end of this signature? We are. So a few more pages, and then we'll move on to... All right, let's see. Louie, yeah, go away. I just fed him, so it's not like he doesn't have any food. I just cleaned his box. I think he's just jealous that I'm not paying attention to him. He's very finicky. Hey, stop chewing on things. Go. Yep, I know, honey. Okay. Let's see if I can cut that relatively straight. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. If I should make it into a tuck or just put it in as an image. I kind of just like it as an image. So, yeah, this is a book page, and that's cardstock. So we're gonna need stronger glue than just a glue stick. Okay. I'm gonna need the edge here. And then here we'll finish up on the edge. Okay, make sure we get to the edge. All right, so let's see. I'll use that as a straight edge. That looks good. What did I do with my tissue? Hey, Google, stop. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't have a clock in here. I have to get a clock so that I can look up and see what time it is. Or I can set a little alarm to remind me, because one of my videos was 2.5 hours long. It was like, oh my God, I just got into it so much, didn't even look to see what time it was. That's the longest video I have ever done, and I will never do another one that long. But I said in the next video, I'm like, well, you know, there's some people that like to leave a video on while they're cleaning, and I said, there you go. There's one. All right, here, I want to show you again. This is my boy, Louie. Isn't he beautiful? I love him. He's a pain in the ass, but I love him. He's such a handsome little boy. Look at those eyes. He's got greenish eyes. Beautiful. Okay, he keeps me company when I'm home, which I'm never home very often, so I'm taking advantage of the next few days because I am home. I'll be videoing. Let's see, this one again. I'm going to trim off some of this excess white. Hope I don't trim too much, but hey, we'll see. I don't mind if you see some of this brown paper. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, I still got to go a little bit more. So let's trim this up a little bit to make it even. Excuse me. Okay, so we can come down here. And I'm just going to trim that straight across. Okay. So we're not going to make it to the end of this signature, but we're almost there. I'll go ahead and finish that, and then we'll start the next one. I just want you to be able to see the process of how I do this. That looks good. I think this one could be just a little straighter. Just a teeny bit. These are nice sharp scissors, so they're able to catch the edge and stay on the edge. All right, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and put that down. And what did I say about this one? Oh yeah, we're going to make a belly band on there. I might trim it up with a color. So I'll go ahead and I'll glue that in. I'll make a belly band. Not sure what I was planning on doing. I think I'm doing a side tuck with this. You know what this is? These are colors of stain, and I love it because the colors are great for the fall. So I'm going to use that to make a side tuck, and I'll go ahead and do that. Because I'm not crazy about this. I mean, it's like a reindeer. Oh, I think I was going to make a belly band to cover that. That's what I was going to do. So this is going to be a horizontal belly band, and this one's going to be a vertical belly band. I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll trim this off because I like that. That's staying. And then we have this, which I may want to put some photos. I don't have to cover everything. And this one here, I might just go ahead and do this right now because this is a sticker. This is paper, and if you can, I don't know if you can see, but it has texture on it. It's a sticker, and you can glue a photo on it. And I'm just going to glue this right here, and then I'll put a picture on it. Let's see if I can get it straight. Yeah, look at that. This one, I don't know why there's extra paper there. Oh. And that's really strong. I don't even have to glue that because it's very strong sticker. And then I'll just put a photo there. I think I will go ahead and round the corner if it will let me. Yeah. And then that will be, let's see. I have to put some of this ribbon right here. I'll do that. I'm going to leave this August and September. I really like that. Around the corner. I might just round the bottom on this one if it lets me. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we have. This I need to cover. I love this just the way this is. Oops, it's stuck. It has a little bit of sticky stuff right there. I don't know what it was. Okay, take that off of there. So I'm going to cover that. And then, ooh, look at that. I like this side better. I'm going to cover that, and then that will be the end of that signature. I'm going to put this in the next signature somewhere, but not here, so that we can put another photo there. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to keep that together with this, like this. And then we'll be done. I'll be done with this one, and then the next video we'll be working on this second signature, and then it will be time to decorate and do a final flip through. So that's great. I'm glad that I'm making progress. I do have to find some lace so I can glue that in, so I'll do that ahead of time too. And then we'll continue working on signature number 2. So I hope you enjoy the series. I want to thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear what you think of my journals and my projects. And I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting.